We're going to try and do this one horizontal so there's a little bit more space and it's not so restrictive and narrow, okay? Looks okay. Looks okay from this angle. You know what I'm talking about? All right, buddy. Okay, so after there's a mix of orders here from Limited Run. So I got a Limited Run shipment in today, which is always nice. I mean, you arrive on the door. There was like this oddly packed box. The top had been pushed in. It had been like retaped. It was very bizarre. And I'm like, don't tell me. And I like something in the back of my mind was like, is that your limited run order? Because it's just jank and fucked up and weird. And I'm like, I think maybe it is. And I look in there, and what do I see? But the dead evidence, baby, the dead evidence. Espeluga two. It's not Espeluga. It's Esp Galuda. Esp Galuda. Esp Galuda. Esp Galuda. Okay, I'll stop. Esp Galuda 2, the deluxe edition for the Nintendo Switch, baby. I'm going all back. I'm going. It used to be like when I would collect for this kind of stuff, it would be PS4. I watched a really good video today. I know that I'm like jumping off topic again, but I'm live, baby. I don't have 1 minute, and you can't keep me confined to that 1 minute, man. But what I'm talking about is the censorship and how many games, especially like Japanese themed games, fan service, and things like that, even light fan service, where they're going in and they're putting outfits on people and they're taking bikinis and making them into one pieces. And, it's like there's all kinds of this Orwellian censorship that's going on with PlayStation, circa like 2019, 2020, and Kanagawa Jet Girls, which would have been a huge hit. It probably sold okay, but it would have been monstrous if they'd have let Marvelous do what they need to do and Idea Factory and what have you. So, with that being said, the really the most open and freest platforms, Steam, yes, but even more so Nintendo. Wow. Nintendo just knocking it out of the park with that stuff. So impressed with that. So I'm starting to migrate. Marvelous, baby. Oh yeah, man. Even games like the game in the Senran Kagura that came out on the PS4, the Estival Versus, the Rebirth one, or the Renewal Burst Renewal, was censored, buddy. It was censored, man. We're gonna put the chat back up. All messages are visible. Okay, top chat. Okay, great. So anyway, but I'm talking about like that. I'm gonna like my own video too. So is that like self love? Is that what's going on there? Okay, so basically the amount of censorship. How many games were affected from like 2019, 2020 until now on the PS4 platform from censorship? It's like 40 games. It's not like one or two games. It's not like a swimsuit here or there. There are like deep cuts, deep censorship on some games, up to 40 games plus. And I'm like, bro, I don't need that. I don't want that. That's just, thank you, no. Parents need to do their job. They need to check the ratings and make sure that it's okay. And otherwise, you need to stay off of my stuff. And again, I mean, Nintendo comes out as like the most based platform, and then there's Steam, right? So you got Steam and Nintendo based, and PS4 really gave up a lot of, I think, gave up a lot of their street cred with the censorship. I know they did with me. As soon as I really understood the depth of where they were going with the censorship, I started bail. I really need to look into the Switch, because that's what got me into the Switch. What got me into the Switch was the censorship. And I'm like, well, where can I find this? And I'm like, oh my God, it was Dead or Alive Extreme 3. where you could go to Play Asia. That was the game changer. And that was their best-selling game of all time. Once it was understood that that was the only place you could get the uncensored Fortune version. And there's nothing dirty or awful. It's all cheesecake, is all it is. It's all cheesecake. Okay? And it's totally innocent. It's totally fun. Yeah, it's schoolyard or schoolboy, tongue in cheek, stealing your dad's Playboy, whatever. It's not even that. I mean, it's so tame, but it is cheesecake, and they censored that, so you had to get the Scarlet version here versus the Fortune version. And I own the Fortune version, bro. I will not buy the Scarlet version. I will not own that because that is a censored game. You've gone in there and manipulated the product. Either carry the product or don't. That's what I'm at. Like, we're not going to carry it. Oh, well, we don't want to look like we're uncool, so we're going to carry this scaled down version. F you. Either or. That's what I say. Have the courage of your own conviction and just don't carry it. Oh, I don't want to do that and close it off from I don't like companies, third parties going in and editing this product that is perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. And you can't get more tame fan service than that game. It's like I'm sorry, it's Extreme 3. Yeah. Extreme 3. So it's like, don't, anyway. So Esp Galuda, we can probably go ahead and crack this open. I'm not going to leave it sealed. It's 155 out of, I don't know, so many, but I have number 155 right here. Totally sealed. Now, this is extra. I just picked this up from Amazon because this is Mushihime Sama limited run, but I got it off Amazon, so it came in like 2 days. Thanks. Limited run, why don't you just have Amazon do your fulfillment? And I won't have to wait 2 years for my shit to show up. Huh? Huh? You think? All right, buddy. Anyway, I love the art on this. It is Art Nouveau, which is kind of 60s, 70s French inspired. Very cool. Also reminds me of kind of Morbius art that was used in Panzer Dragoon. If you didn't know, Panzer Dragoon's art style, game approach, world was all inspired by an artist called Mobius, who I believe is French. I would have to research it. I watched a documentary on him years ago, and I just don't recall the details. But look into Mobius's art and how it inspired Panzer Dragoon, and it's very Art Nouveau, very Art Nouveau. So this has got this very French 60s, 70s Art Nouveau art style, and it's just great. So there it is. Yep, there she blows. Fantastic. So I think what I'm going to do is, I don't think that light is going to help anything, but I will try and turn on the ring light. Hold on. Okay. We're going to turn on the ring light right in the middle of the stream, buddy. It's not really that bright, but sometimes that is to the advantage, right? So we did the Esp Galuda, we did the Mushihime Sama. Mushihime Sama. I recommend you pick this up. It is not cheap. It is not cheap, but it is one of the best shooters and one of the best shooters on the Switch ever made. Did I just say that? Mushihime Sama is one of the best shooters ever made. You will go back and replay this one. It's worth to have it on the Switch. Now, with this Esp Galuda, there was the option to get a little mini arcade cabinet that you could construct and put your Switch into it and play the game on that, and it was themed to the game. So I'm thinking that that's here. And I forgot to go get an implement of destruction, so we will go ahead and improvise with a car key. Oh, any port in a storm, baby. Oh yeah. Here we go. Man, this took a long time to get here, baby. There's these little squares to protect the corners, which is a nice touch, limited run. Thank you. Okay, so here we are. This is the S. Beluga themed switch cabinet. And I have an extra switch that I can just keep this dedicated, and you put the Joy-Con here and you can have it displayed and play it in Tate mode. Now, for those of you out there, I'm not going to embarrass you if you don't know what Tate means. Tate just means vertical. Having your screen vertical to play vertical shooters, that is the way to do it if you're a shooter master race kind of person. Okay, so if you're like you want that street cred, you got to play Tate. You got to get your screen. And some screens, there are some TVs that like specifically will, like TVs that you can buy, that you can, change it and view vertically by design. Some of the TVs that nowadays have that built in. But I'll just give you a look at the box. I don't know if I'm going to be like constructing this live on air. I really doubt it. But it's literally a mini arcade cabinet, and this was recommended to me. And that says Livewire, Cave, and Limited Run. Of course, Esp Galuda is a cave shooter, right? So you got the pink on one side, you got kind of a sunburned, burnished color on the other side. Switch, and it says right there, Switch Mini Arcade. And there's the back with a character who is floating there with her psychic power wings and her big hair, and what have you, and her scholarly glasses along with a coronet. So dimensions, sidewall thickness, blah blah blah. It's OLED compatible, OLED compatible. So this is the Galuda Switch Mini Arcade, and this took for freaking ever to get here. This is the collector's edition and Mushihime-sama, and you can put these vertical scrolling shooters into this cabinet and just play them right there. Super cute. And there's more than that out there. I think you all know that you've seen them before. That's the first one I've ever owned. And I have to give a shout out to Baltimore Retro Gaming. If you're into shooters on the Switch or in general, I want you to go ahead and subscribe to Baltimore Retro Gaming. That dude is freaking hardcore. That dude knows his shit. That guy's collection in terms of shooters for all systems. He just picked up some grails for PS1, what have you. If you like the rare shit, you like the inside track, you want to deal with an expert on the topic, you want to talk to Baltimore Retro Gaming. Okay? Now, if you're into Barbie games on the Wii, you want to talk to Dat Game Collector. Okay? That's his channel. But if you want shooters and you want that expert collector, and he's kind of hardcore. He listens to hardcore music and shit like that. He's from Baltimore. He's a UPS driver in Baltimore, which means he's clinically insane, but he's a genius at shooters from all generations, all the way back to Super Nintendo and what have you. So, and Turbo, PC Engine. I mean, the man knows his shit, and his collection is choice. Do yourself a favor, subscribe to Baltimore Retro Gaming. Boom, done. Plug over. All right, now here's another thing. This one's a little different. If I think what I think is in here, I think it's a little different. And I've been waiting a long time for this, and I thought it was a pretty cool. And the game that this is associated with, it's pretty big. I want you to see the size of the box. This is a collector's edition, I believe. Could be more than one item. We're gonna find out together, you and me. I was glad to do this video today. Oh, there's some kind of collectible card in here. Let's look. Oh, shit. Esgaluda 2 collectible card, limited edition. They do these, they have these, like a lot of people collect these. So I'll preserve it, and it's got the limited run back there. Yeah, I'd be very impressed, limited run, if it came before like 2 years ago, where you've been earning interest on my money for like 2 years. If they invested it in Bitcoin, they made like 100 grand on my order. All right. Anyway, so we got the collectible card. There's something else in here. It should be a thank you card and a coupon for like a body shampoo and a free massage. And let me see. What do we got here? Oh, it is in here. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, well, here is the hint of what this is. I knocked the phone. All right. Here's a hint of what we're looking at. 197 limited run gold silver card. Whoa. All right. There you go. Let me get focused. I wonder who that is. Very nice. So, for some reason, this one is gold, baby, gold. And this one is silver, which is kind of cool. I like that. It's like gold and silver. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Does anybody remember that Rankin Bass, like, holiday special? Silver and gold. Okay. Anyway, Rankin and Bass, what? I'm Mr. Heat Miser. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Nelly. Oh, no. Oh, no. Just gonna flip that shit. We're gonna flip the script. Oi! We're at the 17-minute mark. We're gonna close it down at the 20-minute mark. Because nobody's got time more than 20 minutes in their life for my videos. All right. This game is a groundbreaker. This game does something very unique. Yes, Rudolph, right. Silver and gold. Anyway. Let's see now. Is there any other tunes I remember that? The Island of Forgotten Toys or Broken Toys or something like that. I was like, oh my god, bro. That went in deep. All right, I want to show you. This is Blade Runner, the Enhanced Edition. Way! So this is a remaster on the PS4 of the point-and-click adventure Blade Runner. What this game, and before we get into this, and I better run if. Oh, I only got 1 minute left. Forget it. We're going over 20 minutes. So maybe I'll just leave it at 20 and I'll do it individually unboxed. Maybe that's what I'll do. Yeah. All right. So what this game does is it uses procedural generation in the best way possible. Every time you start a new game, you could be a replicant, and any other character in the game could be a replicant. It randomizes it. Sometimes you're human as the character, sometimes you're a replicant, and it changes the interactions and the outcome in the adventure. And every time you load it up, you never know who's real and who isn't. And that is just the baddest shit ever. This is the remaster on the PS4, and this is the limited run collector's edition. We're almost at the 20-minute mark. I just wanted to plug it, and I'll do a separate unbox. Peace out.